We share our planet with an incredible diversity of creatures, many of them wild and potentially dangerous. It's easy to let fear take over when we think about the possibility of a wild animal attack. However, it's important to remember that most animals are more afraid of us than we are of them. In fact, out of the estimated 150,000 animal species on Earth, only a tiny fraction, around 20, pose a significant threat to humans. Most animals avoid contact with humans whenever possible. Understanding this fundamental truth is the first step towards staying safe in the wild. While the vast majority of animals won't attack unprovoked, there are certain precautions we can take to minimize the risk of dangerous encounters. Whether you're trekking through a dense forest or exploring a remote coastline, being prepared and informed can make all the difference. Remember, the key to survival is often a combination of common sense, respect for wildlife, and knowledge of basic safety protocols. Snakes and bears are two animals that often inspire fear and caution, and for good reason. They are both powerful predators with the potential to inflict serious harm. However, understanding their behavior and knowing how to react in an encounter can significantly increase your chances of staying safe. When it comes to snakes, the most important thing to remember is to avoid surprising them. Snakes are most likely to strike when they feel threatened or cornered. If you see a snake, give it a wide berth and allow it to move away on its own. If you are bitten by a snake, try to remember its appearance so that you can describe it to medical professionals. Contrary to popular belief, sucking venom out of a snake bite is not recommended. Instead, focus on getting medical help as quickly as possible. Bears, on the other hand, are large and powerful animals that require a different approach. The best way to avoid a bear encounter is to be aware of your surroundings and make noise while hiking in bear country. If you do encounter a bear, stay calm and avoid making any sudden movements. Speak to the bear in a calm, low voice and slowly back away. If the bear charges, it might be a bluff charge and you should stand your ground. However, if the bear continues to approach, use bear spray if you have it. Encounters with large mammals like gorillas, hippopotamuses and elephants can be awe-inspiring, but it's crucial to remember that these animals are wild and unpredictable. Always observe them from a safe distance and never approach them, especially if they have young ones. Gorillas are generally peaceful animals, but they can become aggressive if they feel threatened. If you encounter a gorilla, avoid direct eye contact and speak in a low, calm voice. If the gorilla charges, crouch low to the ground and avoid making any threatening gestures. Hippopotamuses are often considered one of the most dangerous animals in Africa, and for good reason. They are highly territorial and responsible for a significant number of human fatalities each year. If you're near a water source, be especially cautious and avoid getting between a hippopotamus and the water. Elephants are intelligent and social animals, but they can also be dangerous if provoked. If you encounter an elephant, pay attention to its body language. If its ears are flared and its trunk is raised, it's a sign of aggression. If an elephant charges, try to get behind a large object like a tree or rock. Surviving a wild animal attack is not just about knowing what to do when faced with a threat. It's about fostering a mindset of respect and understanding towards wildlife. By learning to coexist peacefully with animals, we can minimize the likelihood of dangerous encounters and ensure the safety of both ourselves and the creatures we share the planet with. Remember that we are visitors in the animal kingdom. When exploring natural habitats, we must tread lightly and avoid disturbing the delicate balance of nature. This means following designated trails, disposing of waste properly, and refraining from feeding or approaching wildlife. By observing animals from a respectful distance, we can appreciate their beauty and wonder without putting ourselves or them at risk. Ultimately, the best way to survive a wild animal attack is to prevent it from happening in the first place. By educating ourselves about animal behavior, respecting their space, and taking necessary precautions, we can safely enjoy the wonders of the natural world while ensuring the well-being of its wild inhabitants.